Welcome back, everybody, to episode 2 on the server. Today is a pretty gloomy day. As you can see, it's raining. It's raining a lot, and I don't like it. So in today's episode, I would like to, first of all, I'd like to get looting 3 on my sword. And then I want to go out and get a trident. And then I want to enchant said trident with Riptide 3. I think having a Riptide trident around here would be pretty darn cool, especially because we're kind of all in between, or we're all like surrounding this big lake here. I think it would just help getting to each other's bases and stuff. And it would be super fun to get across the ocean and yeah, go explore new places. So yeah, looting 3, Riptide 3, all the good stuff. That's what we're going to start with. And then after that, the main goal is to build our lighthouse right here at the end of this cove. Looting 3. So I think we combine all 3 of these. We have a mending upstairs we can go add as well. Look at that. That looks like a pretty good sword to me. I think let's just go get our trident. And then put Riptide 3 on it. Alright, let's go down here in the deep depths. See what we can find. Really need depth strider. That would help a lot. Actually, you know what? Getting a nautilus with a saddle and stuff. I think that actually might be a good way to get around and kill these guys. It took so many pufferfish. They're actually pretty fast. Here's a trident one. Trident? No. Oh, I got a trident. I got a trident. I got a trident. I got one, guys. That's so cool.
Good job, Cole.
Thank you. I'm very proud of myself. I think my nautilus actually worked out pretty good. That was pretty helpful. Okay, I just got Riptide 3, Impaling 5, Unbreaking 3. Exactly what I wanted. It is everything I've ever dreamed of. Let's go. I love it. Oh, it's raining, guys. You know what that means. I can literally fly. Look at us go. This is so cool. It took me like probably an hour or 2 to get this trident, but it was worth every minute. Don't you worry. So like I said, we're building a lighthouse right here, but we need a lot of resources in order to do that. So hit it. Why is it empty? Is there like another chest I don't know about?
I put a second chest.
Oh, that explains it. Thank you,
We're just getting
Lucas.
kind of. Well, what the heck?
Don't mind me, just a couple irons. It's all good.
How much iron do you need?
Not as much as I took, but I tell you what, I will use it. I love your iron farm, Lucas. So useful. We're just borrowing it, by the way. It's not like we're stealing it. We're investing your iron back into the world for the greater good of the community.
I don't care if you use the iron farm.
All right, all of the resources have been gathered. So let's go check out everything that we needed. I want to show you guys what I got. So it's definitely not a ton of stuff, but a lot of, you know, random things like terracotta, bricks, dripstone, like calcite, dark prismarine, just some random stuff here. And then we are going to have a lot of observers and redstone lamps. So this lighthouse, it'll be working. So I think it's time that we start the time lapse and get things started. Hit it. All right, and just like that, the lighthouse is completed. I think it's pretty cool. I think it turned out really good. So one thing you'll notice is that it's kind of a more like old and rustic lighthouse. So I try to do a ton of texturing here with like all sorts of blocks, kind of to make it seem, a little older and run down a little bit. So it's been sitting here for a while. One thing I really like is these working lights up at the top. So on the inside here, I have some observers and stuff, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's literally just observers. This redstone is just to be able to turn it on and off with this lever. If I kind of go out here in the ocean a little bit, can look at it from here. I really want to show you guys at night. I think it'd be super cool at night. So here's a good view. You can see the lighthouse at nighttime. So yeah, those lights up at the top, I think they turned out super good. I'm gonna go hop in a boat and look at it from kind of far away, see what it looks like. You can definitely tell that I still need to put a base under it. I need to do a little bit of terraforming, have something actually support it. So if we're like boating in, you can see it from the distance. Look at that. What a beautiful lighthouse. I really like the texturing that I did on this. Got all sorts of blocks. You got calcite, you got bone blocks, diorite, smooth sandstone even, kind of a yellowy white a little bit. And then when you get into the reds, I have terracotta, granite, bricks, even a little bit of tuff and dripstone block. I'm murdering all of the cows. We had way too many. Alright, that's probably good enough. Let's see how much stuff we got from all this. The goal is leather. Also, I guess steak is good too. We can eat that. I think I picked up pretty much all of it. Whoa, that's a lot of leather and steak. We now have a new man on the server. His name is Louie, and he's currently mining a tree. He's in his natural habitat, mining a tree. In his first, 20 minutes of the game. Look at him go. So majestic. Mining his tree with such elegance and perfection. Look at those swings. Each swing better than the last. Swinging towards a chopped down tree. Anyway, yeah, Louis has joined the server. He's gonna live over here, I think. Alright, so I have been working on some things in the background. Number one, I got some good boots. I was at my skeleton spawner down there, and I grinded away some good boots, and yeah, I got some other decent enchantments here. But the main thing I wanted to tell you guys about is these donkeys. So I'm trying to get the best donkey in the game. Okay, so when you breed two donkeys, there's a very small chance that the baby donkey is going to be better than the parents. So basically, you just keep breeding and breeding and breeding until you keep getting ones that are better than the parents, and then you breed those, and then you kind of just repeat the process. And then after many, many hours of doing this, or days, I don't know how long it takes, but eventually you end up with like the best donkey in the game. So the next thing that I would like to do is to get an Enderman farm, which I know I kind of already talked about before, but in order to do that, we need to go to the end. Yeah, and then we'll never have to worry about XP ever again. We need some materials. Not a whole lot, just mainly some stone for me to build it. So let's go get some stone. And look at this, we can just insta-mine as much stone as we could ever need. Just perfect. Oh yeah, that's enough to get us started. A lot of stone. We need a lot of smooth stone. Now we just wait for all this to cook up, and I'll see you guys when that's all done. All of the smooth stone should be done now. We can mine all of this up. A lot of smooth stone we got there. And then while I was waiting for that stuff to smelt, I got another horse, this one. So, like I said before, I was trying to get the best donkey, and I think I still will. But I think it's also good to have a really good horse as well. So I think I'm just gonna try and breed like the best of both. And then even with that, we could get like a mule as well. Just so like everybody has options, I guess. And like horses, you can put armor on them. Donkeys and mules, you can put chest. It's good to have variety, and maybe certain situations we would want one over the other. Yeah, this is gonna be a slow project that we're just gonna keep chipping away at. Yeah, so I guess one thing I should tell you guys is that on this server, we're not using Elytra. So that's gonna give us the chance to explore all sorts of other transportation options, such as horses and donkeys and all that kind of stuff, as well as like mine carts and ice boats, all that kind of stuff. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun building up like some transportation infrastructure around the world, through the nether, bridges going across the water, all sorts of stuff like that. So yeah, it kind of just opens up new doors to new possibilities, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun using other transportation besides just Elytra. Because once you get Elytra, everything else just goes out the window. It's completely useless. And there's so many aspects of the game that are still very exciting, but we just overlook because there's other features that top over it. So I did end up going to the trial chambers again with Lucas, and we actually went to 3 trial chambers. I was trying to get a mace. That didn't happen, but I did get a ton of other interesting stuff. So it's kind of a mess right now, even some in here. But yeah, I got a bunch of cool stuff. It's time to go to the end and kill the dragon first. So here, I've collected all of the materials that we should need for the Enderman farm. So me and Lucas are gonna go and kill the dragon real quick, and then I'm gonna start working on the Enderman farm. This way. Probably at the village in the savannah. It's like literally right here.
Oh, yep.
Welcome to the stronghold. Let's go. There's don't do that. There's a creeper right there.
Oh, shoot. Oh, there's gonna be a ton of silverfish now.
Oh gosh. I think we kind of just need to start digging. Like there's no more doors to
Oh,
go through.
yeah, there's gonna be a hidden.
Oh,
There's
look.
gonna be a hidden entrance. Yeah.
Look right here. Oh, there's another library. Oh, here's the portal room. I found it. All right, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Actually, set your spawn first.
I did set my spawn. I'll set it again just in case. I always double check. I'm probably gonna die to like Enderman or something. It's always Enderman.
Wee. Okay, I got all of my materials here.
I'm gonna mace the Ender Dragon. Let's go.
Let's go. Whoa, it's dead. Look at that. Dead dragon. Alright, I'm gonna steal all of the XP. It's all mine. We have beat Minecraft. What a beautiful moment. I'm taking off all of my armor, just in case I fall into the void. Like, I literally just want to take exactly what I need and, like, nothing more. So we need to go 128 blocks out from the side of the island. So that should be far enough out. This feels a little sketchy still. We're almost done the bridge. I might make some changes to this bridge later, but for now, it's good enough. Let's get an endermite. Not getting too lucky here. Come on. Yes! Okay. Go right there. Alright, this is working. Look at it go! I think this is all done. Welcome to the end.
Oh my goodness, there's so many.
Yeah.
This is crazy. But how does so many spawn? It doesn't make sense.
Well, because we're far away from the end island, so that literally the only place they can spawn is on that platform. So much XP, dude. I love this. I don't even know where to start enchanting. There's so much stuff to do, and I love it. All right, guys. I've been pretty busy. So I've gone ahead and enchanted all of my stuff. So what do I mean by all of it? All of it. Actually, these are just a bunch of random books I got. But yeah, no, this is all of my stuff. Got all of my armor. I did get Thorns 3. I don't normally do that, but I figured I'd try it out in this world just because why not? It is kind of cool. It just uses a ton of durability, but we're going to test it out, see if we like it. You guys might not do this, but I've always enchanted things like flint and steel, shears, shield. Like, I always enchant that stuff. I think it's just cool. I also got like a crossbow. I got a maxed out spear. I got both of the hoes. Obviously, all the other regular tools. I already had my trident. But yeah, literally all of this stuff is maxed out. I've been here for a couple hours enchanting away at all this stuff. And honestly, I really enjoyed it. I did. Enchanting and going through this whole process is like one of my favorite things in this game. And yeah, it feels really good to have maxed out gear all around. So that's definitely going to help out a lot. Oh, and then as you can see, Enderman Farm works amazing. Yep, works great. This thing is absolutely incredible. Super simple design, but yeah, very effective. So I also installed a dropper thing that you can turn on and off, and this just gets rid of all the ender pearls. Otherwise, they just keep piling up right here. So, yep, installed that. It's a little loud, so I'm going to turn it off. But yeah, all of my gear is enchanted. All right, now that we're back, there's one other thing I wanted to show you because I don't think I showed you guys yet. So after I built the Enderman farm, I went through the Nether and I set a little something up. Look at this. I got the portals on the Nether roof and I broke a piece of bedrock for Nether access. So this is how we get into the Nether. So I did get more stuff organized here in the Nether. So we have 4 portals for our bases now. And obviously this is Nether access, but I also made a portal to world spawn. And then over here, I did link up, obviously the Enderman farm was already there, but I linked up a bunch of biomes as well. It has been a couple days off camera. I have done a little bit of off camera building, and I would like to show you guys what I've been up to. So as you can see, we now have an island under the lighthouse. So I terraformed this island. It's just out of sandstone and sand. And yeah, no, it was kind of a lot of work. Especially because I had to move it all the way to the bottom down here. So it wasn't just like to the surface of the water. I felt like I had to finish it out and pull it all the way down to the bottom. So I've gone ahead and done that. And then over here, I have built a new dock. So there's not really that much to this. It's just a lot of wood. And then underneath did some detailing and stuff like that. And then I also went ahead and I built this cool diagonal bridge leading up to the lighthouse. And then I also, as you can see, I dug out this trench a little bit. Just to kind of make the area feel a little bit more interesting. And that way it gave me an excuse to build this bridge, which I thought was kind of cool. I had to build up this land just a little bit right here, as you can see, like the sandstone. Kind of made a little bit of a cliff there so we could do our bridge. And then over here, I've gone ahead and built 2 new bridges. So I think these bridges turned out really good, and they definitely like kind of connect our bases, which is always great. So one thing with these bridges that was kind of important is that I needed space underneath so that like boats could still get through. Not that we really use boats, but it's still nice to have that open space underneath, and I think it looks pretty cool. And then these bridges are also diagonal, which was kind of interesting because I don't really typically build on diagonals like this, but it was kind of a fun challenge seeing what I could do with it. So yeah, it's just a great way to kind of, connect up our bases and get some more infrastructure down. And then back at the base, I have also been breeding up these donkeys and horses a bunch. So like I said, this is still going to take a while, at least for the donkeys, but the horses, these are getting pretty good. And then next, I would like to show you the interior that I've constructed inside the lighthouse. So this isn't anything too special, but it's a good start. And honestly, I think it's good enough for now. So this is it. It's mainly just like a bunch of chests, and then I've got like some arches in here and like kind of an interesting roof. But yeah, like I said, there's really not much to this. I really just needed like a functional space, and this space does that for me. So yeah, we have all of our stuff organized. I've moved it all in here. And then if I go up this ladder, you're going to see that there's really nothing up here. I might add stuff in the future, but I'm not too sure at the moment. But if I do need space for any other projects or anything like that, then we can definitely come back and fill this in a little bit more. I also just wanted to mention that I did get another trident. So there was a drowned, literally just like right out here while I was building my base, and I had a trident. And I killed it, and I got a trident first try. So yeah, super lucky. And then I enchanted it with channeling. Not going to use this very much, but it's definitely cool to have. So we got that. And then I also got Soul Speed 3 on my boots and Swift Sneak 3 on my pants. So now all of our tools and armor are 100% maxed out, except for netherite and armor trims. It feels so good to actually live in a house and not just here on this little beach. All right, so I figured that this is also a great time for me to show you kind of what everybody else has been up to. You can see some new stuff in the background. So let's, I guess, go start over at Louie's base. All right, so over here, you can see that the iron farm changed a little bit. So the first design actually broke. So Louie's gone ahead and made a new one, and then it automatically makes iron blocks. So that's really good. And then over here, he's constructed some stuff. He's got some farms. He's got a little like A-frame house going on. Another little building for his smelter. So that's pretty cool. And then over here, you've seen Wesley's house before, but Wesley is also building a casino, which might sound kind of random, but he's going to have a bunch of fun games in here for us to like bet on with our diamonds. And I think it'd be a good way for us to kind of hang out with each other and just have some fun. And then if I go over to Lucas's base, I don't know if you guys have seen this on the video yet, but Lucas has built a house up here. So this is pretty neat. It's right next to my base pretty much, but it's kind of up on this hill. Looks really cool. And then he has a sheep farm down here, which gives us all the different wool colors. So this is really good. And then back here, he's been working on some new stuff, which I haven't even seen yet, actually. So I don't know if this is like a little fairyland or what's going on here, but he's got this pretty cool looking house. He's built a mushroom thing. And then I guess like a little cave in here for his portal and enchanting tables. And then back over to Wesley's area, right next to him, we have Mason. So Mason has been building a good bit here. He's currently working on this clock tower, but then he's also built this other tower here. And he's got his house here as well. Definitely getting a lot of builds up. This is like, it's really cool to go around and see what everybody's been up to. You guys have seen Logan's house before, but he has definitely built some new stuff. So he's got this wheat farm out front. So back here, he's opened up a chicken shop, so we can go in there and buy chicken whenever we want. And then over here, he's built like a little silo thing for his farms. And then another thing you've probably noticed in the background. So up here, Logan has gone ahead and built a diamond block house. This guy thinks he's rich, which, I mean, he kind of is, but we're going to surpass him one day again, don't you worry. And then he's also built this cool bridge, and he's got a shop over here. And then he built a coliseum, which I'm going to show you that last. This is his new shop. I was looking through some of his stock, and he actually had some pretty good stuff in here. So he's got this book. This lists out all of his prices for all of the items and stuff. But yeah, I think this is a really cool idea. Setting up a shop, selling some stuff. Yeah, he's giving me a little bit of inspiration here. So I think eventually I'm going to put up a shop of my own. And then over here is the big build that Logan and Mason have been working on. So they've gone ahead and built a coliseum. So yeah, so this is used for PvP and stuff like that. And it's definitely a lot of fun. We were in here earlier doing some fights and stuff. So yeah, that was really cool. So I think this is a good spot to end off the second video. In the next episode, I would like to start with kind of just cleaning up my area a little bit, getting my base more sorted out, maybe put up another building. But then I definitely would like to get netherite and the armor trim I've been looking for. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. And to end off the video, I'm going to show you guys one final clip of us fighting in this coliseum. Enjoy. 3, 2, 1, go.
Wait, whose sword like makes that weird noise?
Yeah.
That's thorns.
Oh.
This one.
I'm getting targeted by this.
Yeah.
I think it's the perfect feeling.
I'm winning. Wait, I'm dying.
No, dude, I was dying.
Let's go! I won, but I died after I won.